right, folks, welcome to another edition of the EasyConnectMD.com video podcast. You're on the Kellum YouTube channel. Do me a favor, before you get this video going, subscribe there at the bottom button. That way you can get alerts, turn your notifications on. Every time we have one of these podcasts, you're going to get information on health and wellness in your community. Hit the subscribe button. This podcast is brought to you by EasyConnectMD.com. $39.95. You can see a provider quickly. It's easy. Dr. Kellum, we created this software for two reasons. One, to provide an incredible value to the people in the state of Texas so that they can see a quality healthcare provider do it in a quick matter, keep them safe, keep them out of waiting rooms. But more so than that, we made an easy product for them to use.
Absolutely, Gabe. It's good to see you again.
Yes, sir.
You know, this EasyConnectMD has been really a brainchild of both of ours now for a while, and the evolution of that from where we used to be Kellum Connect to EasyConnect has really created a product that is super simple, super safe, and super easy to use. And amidst all the changing times that we're in,
absolutely,
it's been something that we've been really proud of at Kellum Family Medicine.
And again, you see, we started as KellumConnectMD.com. We did it through an existing program. It was a little clunky, and one of the things you wanted to do was you said, Gabe, we need to challenge ourselves to make this easier for our patients. Easy, secure, and all without lacking any of the quality healthcare. We've got some of the best providers, from yourself to Art Campsey, Tila Malene, Arthur Gonzalez. We've got great providers, but we also got great providers in the South Texas, in the Texas area that are doing a good job of providing good medical care. But it starts with ease of use.
Absolutely. There's no disagreement with that. And I think we really achieved that in our product. But one of the things that really is really important, because telemedicine, when we first started this, it was sort of an abstract concept that people knew was going to happen, but really didn't know. Well, with this whole pandemic that we've been, telemedicine has just been thrust upon everybody. And now people are trying to kind of figure out what it is. And, everybody offers some degree of this or that when you look at different things, different insurances. But the thing that we offer is really a true family practice experience within the context of a telemedicine platform that is simple and easy. And the one thing we never wanted to lose was you are seeing a doctor, a family doctor that cares about you and cares about your outcomes. And that's not to say other products don't, but when you talk about doctors through insurances or other companies that are far away and are not a part of this community, you tend to lose a little bit of a connection that I think is really important. And that's one of the things that we try to continue with EasyConnectMD.com, as well as ease of use.
And you mentioned it earlier. We're in the middle of a pandemic right now. People are apprehensive on going to a medical office. Although with us, we keep ours, as most, if not all, medical offices do just a fantastic job
Absolutely.
of sanitizing their office multiple times throughout the day to keep it clean. You're safe when you come to Kellum, but if you still have that doubt, this is the kind of platform that has really helped amidst this pandemic.
Absolutely, for a lot of different reasons. Ease of use, safety. But one of the biggest values that I think has really come to be understood over this time is I don't think anyone ever expected the degree of job consequence or job loss that was going to occur during this pandemic. And unfortunately in our society, or fortunately in our society, we're very much an employer-based insurance society. And so when people lose their job, they lose their insurance. And one of the things, being marrying a Central Catholic boy growing up, we were taught to serve humanity. And that is one of the things as a doctor I think all of us have within us, is to make sure that we care for those that need care. And one of the things that I see for EasyConnectMD at a $39.95 cost is that it is affordable for people who are in tough situations because of this pandemic, who don't have jobs, who don't have the money, who are worried about their kids being sick or their mom being sick or their dad being sick. It's a wonderful way to access good, solid family medicine within our community and, quite frankly, throughout the state of Texas, without having to really lose all of your money or worry about not getting care because you don't quite have enough to see a doctor.
Yeah, and it doesn't just stop there. You figured out ways outside of the fantastic value that you provide. $39.95 is really unheard of when it comes to this type of stuff. It's the cost of a copay, but we take it a step further. If the patient doesn't have healthcare, we tell them there are options out there like GoodRx, CleverRx, where they can get a Z-Pack, a steroid pack, and it doesn't break the bank, especially when you're pinching pennies. That is so so important in your health and wellness right now.
Absolutely. And, this whole thing, what worries me the most is disenfranchising people from medical care because of loss of jobs. And that is an absolute non-starter for the people at Kellum Family Medicine and for my heart and yours, I know as well. And so that is one of the beautiful values that we provide at EasyConnectMD. And it really does make a big difference. The other thing that I think is super important is that one of the problems with this pandemic is that we're so concerned about not getting COVID as we should, that often we let other things go because we're afraid to go to the doctor or wherever that is. And the need for urgent care certainly is not there anymore with this EasyConnectMD for most cases. But what we find is that you're able to continue to care for things that need to be cared for, whether it be anxiety or blood pressure, whatever that may be. There are things that we can help short term so that we don't lose control to a degree of those things that are equally as important, all the while protecting people from exposure to COVID-19 and allowing us to get through this thing together, to get to the other side of it so that we can continue with things as they need to be. And so that is one of the beautiful things about EasyConnectMD that I think really helps us get through this particularly tough situation.
And our platform, I can't emphasize this enough. It is powered by Kellum Family Medicine, and the great medicine and the medical practice that we have, everything that we're rooted in, including providing a value for our patients that need it. A lot of folks already have insurance and they can take it, but for those that don't, this type of product is rooted in those premises of providing quality, affordable healthcare.
Absolutely, and that is the most important thing. Our calling is to help people in their medical needs, and that's what we try to do at Kellum Family Medicine, and that's why we've created this particular thing, so that we can create a greater reach to service a greater amount of people at a cost that's very affordable and through this very particular time. And so when you have coughs and colds and sore throats, or even questions for that matter, that you need something answered because you're not certain if it's this or that or what your exposures are, use EasyConnectMD.com. Get in front of a provider. Let us have an opportunity to help you discern what the situation is, and we will be able to give you very good advice in the direction that you need to go.
Yeah, your iPad, your tablet, your iPhone, your computer, several different platforms are taken. iOS, your Apple stuff, your Google stuff, any platform can be used with this really easy to use service, and that kind of goes to across the board where telemedicine started and where it's come to at this point. Technology is really advancing, much like medicine.
It really has been, and that's what. And you mentioned all of those different mechanisms to.
You got an iPhone 2. I don't know if your iPhone 2 will take it. Get an iPhone 12. You're a doctor, man. Come on.
I get exercise with dialing the phone.
That's right. You still have a. Is that the phone at the Kellum household? Right. Your wife Rose is like, Danny, can we please get a phone with buttons on it?
No need.
Anyways, technology.
No, and that's one of the things that's really beautiful about EasyConnectMD is that we have now created a much better version so that it reaches all those different devices.
Yeah.
And the connectability with that is super easy and super good quality. But ultimately, again, this is really an ability to serve people in a way that I think right now is very timely. And the EasyConnectMD is a very simple solution to that.
Okay, get a new phone. Both in your pocket and at your house, please.
Because you got all this new fancy equipment.
I know, right? It's all nice and everything. We used to do our video podcast with like a cell phone, like smile, get closer, smile. Dr. Kellum, thank you so very much.
Good,
not only for
what
you do in the medical community, but for the value you provide both in our practice and online. You've really, folks, he has made an investment in serving this community, and I cannot emphasize that anymore. And I'm so proud to be a part of this entity and this organization. Thanks so much, my friend. All right, that's going to wrap it up. Remember, EasyConnectMD.com is a sponsor of this video podcast. $39.95, easy to use, great providers in and out. And if you need it and it calls for it, you can get a script really, really easily, and it's just a fantastic program. Remember, you're on your Kellum TV YouTube channel at the bottom. Click subscribe, click to get your notifications, and whenever we publish one of these, you're going to get them straight to your phone so you can check out what's happening, health and wellness in your community. For Dr. Danny Kellum Jr., I'm Gabe Farias. Folks, stay healthy.